from where I'm from.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Lily. It has been too long since I've been on here. I think the last time I was on here was back in January when everybody's in a hype on the resolutions and what they're going to do, and then I just like fell off. But it's a good thing that I fell off because it had time for me to reflect on what's been going on, what should I work on, and I feel so much better. I think I just got out of a relationship in late December before I made the previous video. And I had to because it was so stressful. Mentally, physically, I wasn't right in the head. And when the new year came, I made sure that I looked at everything that has happened in 2016. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to repeat myself. That's, with friends, family, co workers, anything. So let's see what has happened since January. So January through a few months was a little bit rocky with the work situation. I almost lost my job. And it wasn't because of my work ethic or anything. It was due to lack of funds or whatever. But I'm still working there. So that's the upside. And I have gotten a raise. A okay raise from what I worked in my previous job, where this raise would have took probably many years to accomplish. So with that being said, I was like in a good place and I started making small goals. My goal for the first part of the New Year's was to start working out more. Now, I have been working out. Not as much as I thought of. I haven't given up working out, but I will say the past 2 months I have slacked off. And I wasn't proud of that, but it wasn't because I slacked off because I was super stressed or, you know, busy or whatever. It's because I was focused on how to make everything flow a certain way before I worked on this goal. And when I worked on the previous things to attach to working on this goal, I started up again. I started up again with Beachbody. I'm doing Corte Force. This would be day 5, 6, something. I think it's day 6. I think the previous problem with me working out before is that I would start working out and it will always be something going on, a friend coming over, or I will work a night shift, or a good show would come on. I think before I started reworking out, I was binge watching a bunch of series that has been recommended to me. And by the time I got home and cooked and everything, I was like, I don't want to do shit. So I put it upon myself, after, evaluating my social life and my work schedule and seeing how everything flowed, I was like, you know what, it's time to get back in the habit. I'm about to be 30 in less than 10 days, so we got to figure out how I'm going to bring in 30s with it back. So I restarted working out. Also, I noticed when I started working out and I haven't done the day that was recommended of the certain workout, I would try to double up. And I just started. And that just was like overwhelming. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. And the next thing you know, a day turned into a week turned into a month, and then 2 months. So now we're going to start working out again. Like I said, I'm on day 6. And we're going to see what pans out from there. I think my goal is whatever workout I don't do, I just take it as a loss and go into the next one. Because I noticed when I looked over the workout sheet that if I try to double up, the following weeks are already double workouts, and I don't want to overwork myself too much, and then I can't work and I'm moving like a vegetable. So that's not the way. Second, my social life. I noticed ever since the previous year, around summer or so, I was in my greatest state. I met people over the summer, over the fall, and those people, sadly, that I have talked to over the summer, over the fall, I don't really talk to anymore, just because I felt that they weren't bringing a positive vibe to me. If you're not having anybody bringing a positive vibe, then you're going to be negative just along with them. They either smoke too much, or they drink too much, or they weren't goal orientated. And I'm not saying they wanted to be a doctor or anything. It's just that they were comfortable mooching off other people, and that's not my style. I know we all start from the bottom, but eventually we have to climb out from the bottom to get to the top on our own 2 feet. Even if we have a little help, we do not fuck over who has helped us. And since I have a lot of clingy people that was like, oh, you know, she got her stuff together, let me see how much I can mooch off of. And since I've been doing this, I swear, through my whole 20s, I have took it upon myself that I'm not doing this shit in my 30s. So if I had a bad vibe with them, I was out. I would not text them anymore. I wouldn't call them anymore. I wouldn't Facebook them anymore. You know, just distance those people out of my life. And that's a good thing. So another thing is I'm starting to wear makeup more. No, I'm not wearing makeup now. I have never really wore makeup. Makeup has been one of those things that I avoided. Growing up, I always had bad acne, and you know, I was always the ones where they say don't squeeze it. I would squeeze it trying to get it smaller and everything. That's why I have these scars. And my best friend introduced me to makeup, the basics. And also another reason why I slacked off working out is instead of watching stuff to motivate me to work out, I've been watching stuff to make my face look pretty. So that's another thing I've been doing. Positive things, I've been cooking more, you know, I've been shopping more, trying to fit my look. It's just simple things to make you feel better, and most people won't understand it. And when you do something positive, there's always a certain group of people that always got something to say, and it's never nothing positive to say. You know, it always make you feel low. And I've dealt with so many people like that in my 20s. I kid you not, too many people. So I had to let those people go. And majority of the people that I hung out with sadly weren't my friends. They were just someone for the time being. That would be people I went to high school with, people I used to work with, neighbors I used to live around. So it's okay to be by yourself. Don't feel bad if you're by yourself. It's not always a bad thing. And around this time last year or the year before, there was always people in this house. There was always people in this room. And it felt kind of fucked up that people were more comfortable in my own crib than I was. And you should never felt like that. So once certain people have left and done them, things have gotten easier. My back isn't hurting as much anymore. My ankles aren't hurting much anymore. My skin's gotten clearer. I'm losing weight. I'm doing certain things. Now that I am in a comfortable place in my life, I have to work on my inner me. And I have becoming a lot better than what I started, because I was always the understanding type. I would always try to understand people, but I would never understand myself. And you always have to sit back and think about how you have to feel at the end of the day, because you can make everybody feel good, and then at the end of the day you feel like shit. Just like being in a room full of people and you're always feeling by myself. That's how I felt throughout my 20s. I was always around people and I never felt right. And out of all the people that I've spoken to in my 20s, probably about less than 5 people will still stick around, and that's okay. I would rather have a few good friends than a bunch of people telling me a bunch of shit. So that's what's been going on. I'm going to try to upload new videos. I feel more confident. Back a few months ago, I would have been sitting here with the woe is me and guess what happened. But I'm going to sit here and try to get stuff done. I am more into social media right now. I am on Instagram. I'm more on Pinterest. I'm trying to go back on Twitter. If you have any questions or suggestions of videos that I should do, don't feel free to not say anything. You can. But I would love for you to make a comment and let me know what's been going on. I thank you for the subscribers that have stood by and have not unsubscribed. I know I have been off the wagon for half a year, and it's kind of sucks because that's what happens when you're not around. You lose an audience, and I appreciate those who have stuck around just in case I put new content in. I look forward to looking at everybody's YouTube channels. I have been looking at different people's YouTube channels and getting ideas. I would guess I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. God bless.
Nah, 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 come on.